Hello everyone, it's Mishu here. I'm a lecturer in public health at University College London and I'm a public health researcher. Every year I need to supervise some MPH Masters in Public Health students and some dental public health students, and many of my students they take a systematic review as their dissertation topic. However, it's a common problem to read a systematic review effectively, which is fundamental part of conducting a systematic review. You need to first be able to effectively read a systematic review. So in today's video, I am going to read a systematic review with you, and I will try to show you the step-by-step process. What are the different sections you need to read in a systematic review, and you are expected to write in your dissertation as well. So let's get started. As an example, I have chosen this systematic review. We published it in a journal, and it was based on the dissertation of one of my previous students. So this review was on improving oral health in people with severe mental illness. Before we even go to deep detail in different section of a systematic review, let's take a look at the abstract. So at the beginning of a journal article, you will see the section on abstract. It could be structured abstract or unstructured one. So this one in this journal, it was a structured abstract, as you are seeing here. So in abstract, you will have a section on background, aims, methods, results, and conclusion. So in your abstract, you need to summarize overall your systematic review. Then if we go step by step, the first section you need to write is the introduction section. In the introduction, you first need to set up the scene, why this research is needed, what are the evidence out there, and your introduction section should lead to a gap in evidence, which will lead to the aim of your review. The next section is the method section. This section you are expected to write the theoretical basis that you are using, the theoretical framework that you will use to conduct your systematic review. And then you need to write the eligibility criteria of your review, that will include the inclusion and exclusion criteria. Then the data sources, as you know, in a systematic review, you need to run systematically, you need to run searches in different databases. So here in data source section, you are going to get those information. Then study selection. This is usually a two-step process. You need to first do the deduplication of your studies, and then you need to screen your studies. First step is the title and abstract screening, and second step is the full text screening. And after doing the screening, then you will get the final number of studies that you are including for your systematic review. And then you will go to the next stage, which is the data extraction stage. At data extraction stage, you can use different software to do the data extraction, or you can manually prepare an Excel spreadsheet or a table in Word to do your data extraction. Then the next section is risk of bias assessment. If you are conducting a systematic review, it's expected that you need to conduct the risk of bias assessment. And then when you will have your results data extraction table ready, for your results section, you need to also introduce like what data synthesis approach you are going to use for your systematic review. Then comes to the next section, the results section. Here you will write the first part, you will write the study selection, which will be basically how many studies you have identified through the database searches and how many studies you finally included in your review. And this is the prisma diagram, which is a mandatory section for your systematic review, where you will show step-by-step process how you selected your finally included studies. And then in the results section, the first bit you need to write the characteristics of your included studies, where you will describe the countries, the sample size, maybe the main research objectives. So that's the study description, descriptive type of table. And this table is that study characteristics of included studies, and the first section of your results section is describing that study characteristics table. Next, we will go deep into the our research aim, the intervention that was investigated through your systematic review. In this case, it was improving oral health in people with severe mental illness. So the next description of your result will be based on your results table, which will show the main findings of the main result. And then this is the presentation of risk of bias assessment. So there are specific tools available that you can use to do the risk of bias assessment, and you can generate the figure like this from using those tools. And then is the data synthesis, how the main result was presented in the studies, and here we are trying to synthesize those results into the paper. And this results section is based on the table, that's table 2, for example, here summary of the intervention effect. So the intervention that was identified in these articles, articles which we included in our studies, and the way they presented the outcomes and the results, these are been discussed here. And again, another table, main study results table, that's on summary of the intervention effect on oral health, attitude, behavior, and knowledge. So this section might vary, depends on your research question and the way you want to present it in your systematic review. Then the next section we are going to discuss is the discussion section. Many students, many researchers find this discussion section is a bit challenging to write. However, there are some specific steps you can follow as a standard form of writing the discussion section. So in the discussion section, first you need to, in first paragraph, need to summarize the main key findings of your systematic review. And then the next paragraph you can go for comparing and contrasting your study findings with other studies. So this will be quite a big section of your discussion part, and then you need to write the strength and limitation of this review. You can write the methodological limitation of your review, as well as if there is any limitation of the included studies. You need to discuss it here, and the strength as well, please don't forget to highlight the strength, the contribution you are making through your systematic review. And then implication of practice. So this could be again written in different way. It is the recommendation section. So ideally you need to write one academic recommendation, like further studies should investigate this, and this could be also policy and practice level recommendation. So this is again very important section based on the findings of your review and based on the comparing, contrasting with other study reviews, you are making these recommendations. So again very important section for a systematic review. So here in this paper we wrote the implications for practice, implications for further research, and then the last bit is the conclusion section. So in conclusion, you shouldn't introduce any new idea here. This is about what you have discussed so far, the conclusion of that. So again, you can say about what this study was on and what you have identified, and any key recommendation you can highlight here in the conclusion section. So that in nutshell what you are going to write in your systematic review. If you are taking it as a dissertation, then definitely the length will be longer. This example that I showed is a published journal article, so it has a limitation in word count, but in your dissertation definitely check out very carefully the rules and regulation and instruction of your dissertation, the word limit, the structure, everything. So hopefully you found this video helpful, and this will be hopefully help you to think what are the section you are going to write in your in your systematic review, and hopefully this will also help you to read any systematic review. Thank you.